We are live on YouTube. Let's see. Okay. So, this is going to be a quick weekly chart review that we're going to do today on SPY, QQQ, and Tesla. Those are usually the ones that we tend to look at the beginning of the week just to get a kind of a base of where we are at and what we're looking at in the market. So, as you see, let's start off with SPY on the daily chart here. First of all, I want to thank TradingView for allowing us to be sponsors and affiliates with them as well. So shout out to TradingView for allowing these charts to happen. All right. So as you see, SPY has made a new all-time high up here at 482.72. And if you want to mark that right here, all-time highs right here, we'll mark those all-time highs. I do like to keep my all-time highs a different color. I always like it this little pinkish color. That way I always pretty much know that that's the all-time high. And let's also record the previous all-time highs. So if you want, you could always look at the previous all-time highs. If you look at here, this is previous all-time highs right here. Back in 2022 of January, it was 479.98. So let's just round that up to 480. Let's actually fix that. Let's change that to white. And let's make that 480 flat. Nice psychological number. Let's head down to the hourly chart so we can start getting our levels on SPY for the week ahead. All right. So basically, we are in uncharted territory now since we broke these all-time highs of that 480 and pushed all the way up basically to that 483. $3 above that previous all-time high. So this could be fuel for the next hold on, there's something going on with the Open Studio. What's going on? Oh, the bit rate's lower than recommended. That's why I was getting an error. All right, sorry about that. So we are in uncharted territory here in SPY, but this break that happened on Friday could just basically mean that it's just fuel for a multi-day move because it was a really big break, a decent break with volume and everything. As you see what happened here, it just skyrocketed. Did a little pullback and just skyrocketed throughout the day. So the game plan is literally very simple. We're looking for SPY to come back down into this 480 to 478 right here. You could potentially go 478.5 around here. Bring that 0.5 right there. This area here is area of interest for a move back up higher. In order for me to continue for the upside for a break and hold, it would be above of this 483. It would need to break above, hold, come back down, retest this area of that 483 Friday highs for a move back up to this 484, 485 level as well. But ideally, I would love the pullback of 480 to 478.5 on SPY. All right. Now, those are the SPY levels. It's very easy, simple. Now let's head over to QQQ. Self-explanatory as well, of course. Q's broke highs. It's all excuse me, all-time highs. created new all-time highs up at these 421 levels. And we will chart that right there, and we'll do the exact same thing with these all-time highs. Go for that pinkish, and we're going to record this previous all-time highs right here. And we're going to change that to white for our regular levels. So basically we're looking for the same thing, a pullback in these areas of interest for us, this 412. And 414. Let's get that psychological. That whole $2 range, you can start looking for it to base, or start looking for wicks to the upside for a move back up higher. And the all-time highs are up here. Now, for a higher risk, you could look for potential area of a bounce of interest here at this 416 to 417 area. I'll mark it yellow just so we could see the difference of these, just so you know it's a little bit more of a higher risk. Right about here, I would say. This little area right here of interest. You could even expand it over to, I'll keep it around here. 417 to 416. That area here, I'd like it for a higher risk area for a bounce. Ideally, this area down here, higher risk up here. For a continuation to the upside, again, same thing. Look for it to break above these all-time highs, come back, retest it, see it base, see it start giving you confirmation for a move back up higher to the psychological levels of 424, 423, 425, those types of areas like that. Yeah, but that's basically it for QQQ and SPY with those all-time highs. Now let's go over to Tesla. So the reason we're going over Tesla is so you guys could see what a relative weak name it is compared to the market. Market has been making all-time highs, new all-time highs, SPY and QQQ as you saw, and you have Tesla pretty much on this downtrend right here. So there's one thing I'm looking for on Tesla. Well, not one thing. There's a few things I'm looking for Tesla. Either we pull back into this 205 area, to 200 for a bounce. So basically look for it to come back into that area, react to it, and look for it to bounce back up into this, basically where it is right now, like around this 213 area. maybe even go back to this 220. Also, let's go for the hourly. We are also looking at this 213.5 to break and hold above this 213.5 for a move back up to this 217.5 area right about here, to this area right here. So these highs right here, or break right above it, so you could hold runners up into this 220. I do see a bigger move, something you got to be a little bit more cautious, because Tesla this week does have earnings. So you got to be a little bit cautious on that. So I do believe we might trickle down here. We could potentially even come down to this 195 to 190 area, and then just either skyrocket off these earnings or another leg down. But it is pretty extended, so we'll see what happens on those earnings reports this week. So the contracts might be a little bit inflated, but again, it should be a nice area, psychological level. Tons of support around this area. Tons of demand here for another leg up higher. That's what I have for you guys. For Tesla, QQQ, and SPY, this is what we have for the week coming up. If you want to join, I've been getting a lot of requests to join a Discord and create a Discord. So if you want to join my Discord, I'll be posting a link below in the comments area. I'm only accepting 30 people for the Discord because they will be signals, but mostly because I would want this community to learn instead of just take signals. That way you could actually trade on your own and not really necessarily need anybody to give you any signals. There's going to be tons of information there, tons of giveaways at the end of the month. Again, it's only exclusively for 30 serious people. So thank you. Thanks for checking out the weekly Sunday chart review. Thank you, and I'll see you guys soon.